Namaskar, good evening. You are watching Rajya Sabha Television. I'm Smriti Rastogi with News Tonight. Let's begin the bulletin with the top headlines. A boost to Make in India as Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurates and dedicates to the nation a private gun manufacturing unit in Hazira in Gujarat. The Prime Minister also rides a tank at the facility before laying the foundation stone for several development projects in Navsari and Silvassa. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurates the National Museum of Indian Cinema in Mumbai, assures the film fraternity that his government is working towards revising laws to address privacy. India continues to be a trusted partner for African nations, says External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj. As Africa Day is celebrated at the vibrant Gujarat Summit, India reiterates commitment towards the continent's economic and social empowerment. Leaders of over 14 opposition parties participate in a mega rally led by the TMC in Kolkata as the leaders vow to put up a united front for the upcoming general elections. BJP says it is the coming together of conflicting ideologies. And Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu stresses on the need to remove the stigma attached to disabilities. Says eliminating discriminatory tendencies is the first step in empowering the disabled. Our top focus tonight, Prime Minister Narendra Modi dedicated to the nation the Armoured Systems Complex of Larsen and Toubro at Hazira in Gujarat. This is the first private facility in the country where the K9 Vajra self-propelled howitzer guns will be manufactured. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that this is a significant contribution towards India's defence sector and protecting the country. The Prime Minister also rode a tank at the complex. Defence Minister Nirmala Sitharaman was also present at the event. In 2017, L&T had won 4,500 crore rupees contract from the Defence Ministry to supply 100 units of K9 Vajra self-propelled gun systems to the Army under the Make in India initiative. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi also visited the Dadra and Nagar Haveli's capital city of Silvassa. There, he inaugurated a medical college so as to improve tertiary care facilities in both Dadra and Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu and adjoining areas. The Prime Minister also launched the M-Arogya app and door-to-door waste collection, segregation and processing of solid waste digitally.
मेडिकल एजुकेशन को बढ़ावा देने के लिए सिलवासा में पैरा मेडिकल की करीब 250 और दमन में नर्सिंग की 50 सीटों की भी व्यवस्था की गई है। इन प्रयासों से युवा साथियों का तो लाभ होगा ही, यहां की स्वास्थ्य सेवाओं को बेहतर बनाने में भी मदद मिलेगी। साथियों, 200 करोड़ रुपए की लागत से बनने वाले इस कॉलेज के अलावा हेल्थ एवं वेलनेस सेंटर्स का जो नेटवर्क यहां बनाया जा रहा है, उससे सामान्य बीमारियों का उत्तम इलाज भी घर के पास ही संभव हो पाएगा।
And for more on this, we'll go across to our correspondent Vishal Dahiya. Vishal, how significant is the opening of Hazira Armour Complex by Prime Minister Narendra Modi in Gujarat?
Well, Smriti, the armored system complex in Hazira, which will manufacture the K9 Vajra Thunder gun, that is a very, very significant installation, specifically from the Indian Army's perspective as well, because the K9 Vajra is a self-propelled howitzer which has been inducted into Indian Army last year in November, and this is a derivative of the South Korean actual K9 Thunder. So it's going to be really, really significant as far as the Army is concerned, because it has been more than 2 decades after the Bofors that Indian Army had been waiting for a new SPH, that's the self-propelled howitzer, an artillery gun which can move on its own, and thus the K9 Vajra becomes really significant. So in that context, it is going to be a very, very important installation there. Also significantly, another aspect is the Make in India perspective and the private sector involving itself in the manufacture of this. This is going to be L&T which will manufacture these artillery guns for the Indian Army, which will be inducted in phases, in stages rather,
right.
Another 40 by year November this year, and then the rest out of the 100 by November next year.
Thank you so much, Vishal, for joining us and giving us all those details. Moving on, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Saturday inaugurated the National Museum of Indian Cinema in Mumbai. Addressing film personalities, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that government will soon start a single window clearance and a portal for the film industry. The portal will help them get all requisite permissions for shooting across various locations in the country. He assured the film fraternity that the government is working on amending the Cinematography Act of 1952 to address the privacy of films. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that films have played a huge role in India's soft power. He said that the films can play a big role in boosting tourism in the country. Built at a cost of about 141 crore rupees, the state-of-the-art museum has a displays divided into 9 sections, ranging from the origin of cinema, silent era, studio era, new wave cinema, and regional cinema, among others.
साथियों, भारत के सॉफ्ट पावर की शक्ति मैं समझता हूं कि उसमें हमारी फिल्मों की बहुत बड़ी भूमिका है। ये फिल्में ही हैं जो पूरे विश्व में भारतीयता का प्रतिनिधित्व करती हैं। भारतीय फिल्में भारतीयता का आईना रही है। दुनिया को भी वह अपनी ओर आकर्षित करती रही है। हमारी फिल्में बॉक्स ऑफिस पर तो धूम मचाती रहती हैं, साथ ही पूरे विश्व में भारत की साख बढ़ाने, भारत का ब्रांड बनाने में भी बहुत बड़ा रोल प्ले करती है। हम सब जानते हैं कि राज कपूर साहब की फिल्मों को लेकर देश ही नहीं, विदेशों में भी गजब की दीवानगी होती है। और मैं ये प्रत्यक्ष अनुभव करता हूं जब मैं जाता हूं, लोगों से मिलता हूं। मैंने कुछ देश के राष्ट्रपति देखे हैं जो पूरे हिंदी फिल्म की गाने बढ़िया ढंग से गाते हैं जी।
And the convention for the micro, small and medium enterprises was inaugurated on Saturday at the vibrant Gujarat Global Summit. The government enumerated various initiatives for MSMEs in India. Take a look.
The MSME convention at the vibrant Gujarat Summit is expected to create opportunities for international business, technology transfer and long-term business tie-ups for the sector. The convention also focused on recently launched Loan Under 59 Minutes scheme that provides MSMEs an in-principle approval for loans up to 1 crore rupees through an easy-to-access online portal.
तो चरखा टू चंद्रयान हमारी दूरी, हम वहाँ तक दूरी तय कर रहे हैं कि चरखे को में भी टेक्नोलॉजी दे रहे हैं, चाहे आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस हो, चाहे अन्य टेक्नोलॉजी हो, और चंद्रयान तक एमएसएमई के एंटरप्रेन्योर अब वहाँ तक पहुँच रहे हैं, तो ये हमारे लिए उपलब्धि है। प्रधानमंत्री ने एमएसएमई को एक ऐसा टेक्नोलॉजी से फिनेंशियल इंक्लूजन जोड़ा है कि 59 मिनट में आप 1 करोड़ तक आप लोन ले सकते हैं। ये ईज ऑफ डूइंग बिजनेस का इससे बड़ा और कोई स्टेप नहीं हो सकता है।
As many as 53 international and 28 national trade and commerce chambers participated in the convention. Trade bodies from Canada, Dubai, Taiwan, Japan, the BRICS, Chamber of Commerce and the Indo-US Business Council also attended the session.
That is the cradle of innovation. Some of those small and mid-size and micro companies are going to become the next Googles and Amazons and whoever's. I mean, the reality is that is where they all begin. So it is wise to take care of investing in, encouraging, in giving an opportunity to smaller companies because they are the future.
Vendor development program was also discussed during the convention to showcase the manufacturing capabilities of Indian MSMEs.
The MSME sector is considered as the bulwark of any economy. Now that investment commitment of thousands of crores has been made by big companies, new vistas are also expected to be opened up for the MSMEs, strengthening the entire supply chain. Reporting from Vibrant Gujarat Summit in Gandhinagar with camera person Junaid Iqbal Khan, I'm Kriti Mishra for Rajya Sabha Television.
And the 9th edition of the Vibrant Gujarat Business Summit in Gandhinagar saw Africa Day being celebrated on Saturday. This was first of its kind event organized in India. 32 African countries are participating in the summit.
In an attempt to further deepen India-Africa trade ties, the 9th edition of the Vibrant Gujarat Global Investment Summit 2019 celebrated Africa Day on Saturday. It provided a platform for global leaders and industry captains to come together to discuss the opportunities for strategic partnerships, trade and investments. The event focused on further enhancing bilateral trade relations between India and Africa in general and Gujarat and Africa in particular.
Prime Minister Modi has declared Africa as top priority in our foreign and economic policy. Articulating our Africa policy in 10 broad guiding principles during his visit to Uganda, he stated, and my friend from Uganda will vouch for this, he stated that our development partnership will be guided by African priorities. It will be on our terms that will liberate African potential and not constrain African future.
This Vibrant Gujarat is very exceptional because it has seen the attendance of a lot of participants coming from everywhere in the world, especially in Africa, from Africa. So this year it is again exceptional. Exceptional why? Because we are about to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Nelson Mandela, 150th anniversary of the big Mahatma Gandhi, father of the nation. And so the two combined together makes the Africa Day here a special day for the African citizens, whether they are politicians, decision makers, diplomats like me, or just civil society people.
A special Africa pavilion has also been set up at the exhibition center at the trade show. It features progress of various projects carried out under the Memorandum of Understanding between Gujarat and over 20 African nations.
I would like to thank the government of Gujarat for organizing this meeting, and it was a very enjoying meeting, and we hope it will be contribute efficiently in the cooperation between India and all Africa, mainly Mali.
Gujarat exports products to 51 out of the 54 countries in the African continent. The exports from Gujarat ports have doubled over the last 4 years. Exports amounted to $19.6 billion during 2017-2018. Africa is home to about 3 million people of Indian origin. Majority of them are from Gujarat.
The reason why Africa Day was selected because there are a lot of opportunities in Africa. There are governments, they have lot of new ideas, energies, and so the opportunities for the community over here to be a part of the development of Africa was the main idea for the Africa Day. And I'm sure the way the participation is there for Africa Day, not only that, we have B2G meetings, and a lot of companies are meeting the participants from African nations.
The government is eyeing enhanced engagement with the African Union, African regional communities and African Development Bank to build upon the existing partnerships and create jobs and development opportunities for all.
MOUs have been signed with several African countries in sectors like education, infrastructure and health. India and Africa have long-standing historical ties, and the Africa Day being celebrated at the vibrant Gujarat Summit is further expected to strengthen the political and economic ties between India and Africa. Reporting from Gandhinagar with camera person Junaid Iqbal Khan, I'm Kriti Mishra for Rajya Sabha Television.
And some political developments now. Trinamool Congress on Saturday organized a united opposition rally against the Narendra Modi government in Kolkata. More than a dozen leaders of opposition parties attended the mega rally. Meanwhile, the BJP has described the opposition rally a summit of conflicting ideologies.
Opposition leaders descended in Kolkata on Saturday to attend Trinamool Congress Chief Mamata Banerjee's United Opposition Rally. The rally was presented as a platform to showcase a united front against the BJP ahead of the 2019 Lok Sabha elections. Leaders of over 15 opposition parties took part in the rally. Addressing the opposition rally, West Bengal Chief Minister and Trinamool Congress Chief Mamata Banerjee stated that a united opposition can win the coming general elections. She promised to work together with the other parties to this end. Mallikarjun Kharge represented the Congress party in the mega rally. However, party chief Rahul Gandhi and UPA chairperson Sonia Gandhi were conspicuous by their absence.
हमारा जो गठबंधन है इसमें all are leader, everybody is the leader, everybody is the worker, everybody is the organizer. कौन प्रधानमंत्री बनेगा ये मेरा का जरूरी बात नहीं है. हम लोग चाहते हैं बीजेपी जाए, वो पूरा जाए, उसको बाद हम लोग फैसला कर लेंगे और 5 साल के लिए अच्छा सरकारी बनेंगे.
इस देश में लोकतंत्र को बचाना है, संविधान को बचाना है, सेक्युलर उसूलों को अगर हिफाजत करना है तो हम सबको एक होकर लड़ना है.
The BJP has described the opposition rally as an anti-Modi exercise. Addressing the media, BJP spokesperson Rajiv Pratap Rudy said, Saturday's opposition rally was one of self-interest and conflicting ideologies.
ये मंच स्वार्थ का मंच है. कहीं ना कहीं इस मंच पर गूढ़ता के साथ आपसी नफरत भी रहा है. इस मंच पर व्यक्तियों का महत्वाकांक्षा भी रहा है. और ये बात तो सच है और आप सब लिखते रहे, देश भर के पत्रकार लिखते रहे हैं, जनता ने देखा है, विभिन्न विधानसभाओं में देखा है. ये मंच विरोधाभास का है. इट्स अ स्टेज ऑफ कॉन्ट्रडिक्शंस, स्टेज ऑफ कॉन्फ्लिक्ट.
The prominent leaders who attended the rally were Chief Ministers Arvind Kejriwal, H.D. Kumaraswamy, N. Chandrababu Naidu, former Prime Minister H.D. Devegowda, former Chief Ministers Omar Abdullah and Akhilesh Yadav, RJD leader Tejasvi Yadav, DMK's M.K. Stalin and NCP's Sharad Pawar among others. Biju Janata Dal and CPIM-led Left Front did not participate in the rally. BSP Supremo Mayawati was another notable absentee. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
And on a day when many opposition parties came together on a common platform in Kolkata, Prime Minister Narendra Modi hit out at the proposed Grand Alliance, saying that the Mahagathbandhan is not against Narendra Modi, but the people of the country.
कि जो पहले कांग्रेस को पानी पी कर कोसते थे, वो भी एक मंच पर आ गए हैं. साथियों, ये महागठबंधन सिर्फ मोदी के खिलाफ ही नहीं, ये देश की जनता के भी खिलाफ है. अभी तो ये पूरी तरह साथ आए भी नहीं, लेकिन हिस्सेदारी पर कैसे मोलभाव चल रहे हैं, लेखा जोखा चल रहा है, लेन देन चल रही है, ये भी देश का नौजवान, देश का किसान, देश की महिलाएं, पहली बार वोट डालने वाला हमारे देश का युवा इन बातों को बहुत बारीकी से देख रहा है.
And Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu stressed on the need to remove the stigma attached to disabilities. Addressing a cultural event organized by Bhagwan Mahavir Viklang Sahitya Samiti in Hyderabad, Vice President said that eliminating discriminatory tendencies must become the first step in empowering the disabled. He said that it should be the collective responsibility of the society, people and institutions to support Divyangjan and empower them to lead a dignified life. He said that India's development story would be incomplete without inclusion. Naidu appreciated the efforts of the centre to empower them by providing skill training under Skill India initiative.
What the differently abled people need is empathy, not sympathy. They need a little support so that they don't have to struggle even to carry out their day-to-day activities. Our Constitution treats everyone as equals. All of us have equal rights to participate in political, social, economic, cultural and recreational activities without any discrimination. Eliminating discriminatory tendencies should be the first step in empowering differently abled people.
And 12 months ago, Donald Trump celebrated the first anniversary of his inauguration with a party at his Florida estate, with tickets starting at $100,000 a couple. A year later, there has been no official word on how Trump will mark the occasion, if at all. Holed up inside the White House as the partial government shutdown approaches its fifth week, the president may decide to keep things low-key. 2 years since his inauguration, we look back at Indo-US ties under President Trump.
Donald Trump was inaugurated at noon Eastern Standard Time on January 20, 2017, in a ceremony in which he delivered a belligerent address vowing to end the American carnage.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
In his first 2 years in office, President Trump pulled the US out of the landmark international nuclear arms agreement with Iran, out of the signature Global Climate Accord, and out of the historic trade pact with Asia, the so-called Trans-Pacific Partnership, or TPP. He launched a bruising trade war with China, slapped tariffs on America's European allies, and ordered a speedy withdrawal of all US forces from Syria.
We've been fighting for a long time in Syria. I've been president for almost 2 years, and we've really stepped it up. And we have won against ISIS. We've beaten them, and we've beaten them badly. We've taken back the land, and now it's time for our troops to come back home.
There were several significant developments on the India front as well. In June 2017, President Trump declared that ties between Washington and New Delhi had never been stronger after holding his first meeting with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. An hour-long meeting of the delegates of the two countries was held in the Cabinet Office of the White House. The two leaders then issued a joint statement at the Rose Garden of the White House.
Relations between countries are strongest when they are devoted to the interests of the people we serve. And after our meetings today, I will say that the relationship between India and the United States has never been stronger, has never been better.
The other big development in bilateral ties was the 2+2 dialogue. Billed as the most important dialogue between the two countries, the talks were held in September 2018. India and the United States made a push to elevate their strategic ties at their first 2+2 dialogue that centered on key issues including cross-border terrorism, India's bid to enter the nuclear suppliers group and the contentious issue of H-1B visa.
Thanks to intense advocacy from the United States, 10 years ago today, the Nuclear Suppliers Group voted to allow India to engage in trade in civilian nuclear materials and technologies. That vote and the subsequent Section 123 Civil Nuclear Agreement opened a path for our strategic relationship to grow, bolstered defense and commercial cooperation, and expanded our people-to-people ties.
Ivanka Trump, daughter and advisor to US President Donald Trump, was in India in 2017 for the annual Global Entrepreneurship Summit co-hosted by India and the United States. For the first time, the GES was held in South Asia. The three-day summit from November 28th to 30th was held in Hyderabad. Ivanka Trump led a delegation of senior White House officials as well as American entrepreneurs.
Today, we come together to celebrate what is happening here in India, what is happening in the United States and all over the world. Entrepreneurs are revolutionizing our economies and improving our societies.
2 years of President Trump have witnessed a few India-centric controversies as well. US President Donald Trump, after leaving the G7 summit that took place in Canada in June last year, took a dig at India and the Indian import duties for a second time in a year. He said the US is like a piggy bank that everybody is robbing. Earlier this month, Trump took a jibe at Prime Minister Modi for funding a library in the war-torn Afghanistan by suggesting that it was of no use. However, days after the library episode, the two leaders agreed to further strengthen bilateral relations in the year ahead. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha Television.
And that's all we have for you in this edition of News Tonight. For more news and updates, keep watching Rajya Sabha Television. Namaskar.
Thank you.